Welcome Traveler, I'm free-to-play and I'm your guide for successful free-to-play adventure on Terra. Today we'll beat Hammy really fast and I'll go through her kit and a few bonus stuff afterwards. Really interesting point. I figure out in between cutting this video, you don't need to break Hammy in the same turn as you break or kill her adds. Your last attack, which kills those, just has to be slower than Hammy's turn. That way you can break her the turn afterward with your fastest character, so she doesn't get the shield guard and be way harder to beat. But without further ado, let's get into the battle. So having Sophia EX does help a lot here, but I think if you have gotten Sonya in the last banner together with Bargalo, then this will work out even better. This is EX tier, so we have Laura and we have Menno with us, so that we can profit from the 4 turns of wind resistance down at the start that we can extend with the break, and of course the elemental defense down 9 turns. So I did not bring any tank here because the first attacks the adds are launching are not as hard hitting as the ones when they have full BP or when they have less HP, but I don't want them to have that less HP, so we break them, and as soon we break them we will kill those adds immediately, and the Lady of the Grace's Delight is helping us doing that because it is giving us the opportunity to get rid of all those adds evades, so that when the next Rafika is coming from Bargalo, we have the chance to also reduce shields with him too. So making Cyrus faster in the first 3 rounds is helping here because a give the signal from Bargalo is pushing him that way too, because we don't need Tadlock from now on as much, and we will boost the damage from the ones we have in the front right now. So we are 1 turn away from breaking, and all those attacks can hit really hard, and with the elemental and physical defense which is boosted from Tadlock, we have no problem surviving those hits. The Rafika is taking the wind resistance down, and when Cyrus is hitting we are also reducing the physical defense down here too with the Yanlong's A4, so that we can hit in the next turn with the Perseverante from Bargalo to also hit the lower ad really hard. And if we didn't break him that turn, it would be really difficult to heal in between here, because all of those would be able to attack after her triple ice attack. So the Ballad of Thunderbolts is also reducing the physical and elemental defense down too. The Perseverante is dealing really good damage, and Sophia is taking out the first one, and Tadlock will come and also get rid of the other ad and break Hammy too. Even if she had more shields, it wouldn't matter. As I said in the beginning, we would be able to break her without her getting into the shield guard. So we didn't had any time to use our Divine Beast, but we can use Menno to also get more wind resistance down on Hammy, but I don't think it is really necessary because the down Tempest is just so enormously powerful, and we also had Tadlock to attack also. The last cup with Largo was kind of an century ago, and that's why we have now lots of capabilities with the pets, Divine Beasts, and also those extremely powerful units, and with these it is really no problem to go for her if you have the latest A4s from the 4 stars. I also equipped the Maiden's Pendant, which is Hasumi's A4 on Sophia, so that she is faster in her 16 icons mode, but I don't think it is necessary because the Shower of Primroses and the Give the Signal from Bargalo is giving so much icons that it doesn't really matter for Sophia to have so much attacks at the start. I also have a Hello Hell knife for Bargalo, but I don't think it is really recommended because we cannot boost so much damage from him, so it is better to have more attack and to have the 10% up to living enemies, so that we ram cap here instead of doing a little more or even a little less damage if we don't crit or something. So I think that is the better choice here. So I raised my pads to have a more HP for the units which need more HP, of course, and those who need more attacking power, like Sophia EX, who got 1 more BP to use from Mafa, which is really nice. And if you beat her a few more times and on the rank 1, which is exactly the same battle, you should now have 2 awakening stones for Hammy, so you can get her to A2, and from beating her in rank 1 and in the cup, you get 300 rubies, which is really amazing. Her accessory seems really good with a 120 physical attack up, but using Hammy for attacking is not what I wanted to do. But she can be one of the most powerful tome attackers we have right now in EN, but that accessory is really good. So it gives physical defense and elemental defense up to the paired ally by 15%. So if we have the Vogue or the Knight's Advance medal, we have 15 and 10%. So we can go to 30% physical defense up and 25% elemental defense up passive. And that from the start, which is really powerful. And you can equip that accessory on every other unit too, but it is recommended to put that accessory right onto her. And here is why. If we go into the battle, I just show you now what Hammy is capable of, but I'm still experimenting a bit what she is able to do. So with Scapegoat, we give provoke to the ally in the back and also give dodges physical, and we can also give dodges elemental up to 4 times with max boost, and 20% elemental and physical attack up, which is also neat. And Hammy's trap is also such a nice move as it counters physical attacks 2 times and also reduces the physical defense and elemental defense by 5% with every time being attacked, and it does count per turn, not by countering those attacks. So you can stack those elemental and physical defenses down really high, even if you don't equip Curtsey 4 or something. And even when the unit is evading the attack of the enemy, the counter is still active. So the attack doesn't have to hit, which is nice. So raising tome damage by 30% when switching is really powerful, but her second hand support is just amazing. Every time the unit is hit, and it doesn't matter what damage the unit obtained, you regenerate 15% of damage right when the attack has been launched. So if it is a multi-strike, it does heal you with every single attack and not when the multiple attacks are finished. So this is really powerful. And what happens when you have someone who can counter by himself, but you activate the Hammy's trap? It does override the counter from before. So when Hammy's trap turns are over, then the counter will go back to what it was before. But I think there's even more here to explore, and I'm really looking forward to use Hammy in the next tough battles which are coming. But what do you think about Hammy, and how much turn did you take to get your rewards from the cup? Just write it in the comments or in my Discord group. And if you'd like this channel to class up, I really appreciate the subscription if you didn't already, and give thumbs up to this video if you've liked what you've seen. See you next time, you're free to play.